Three things I'd like to comment on today. First of all, I wish I was there. I always enjoyed the IBES track sessions, the leading edge work, stimulating papers, carrying on the long tradition started by the free sessions that Al Schmidt used to organize, which ultimately contributed to the formation of IBES. Secondly, I'd like to point out that this is an award given to me, but I really appreciate it. But really, this was has been very much a joint effort. There were 5 of us that initially started the conversation about this and drove it forward. Lynne Robinson and I were driving across the cold, frozen tundra of Nebraska one cold winter morning on our way to a meeting in Aurora, west of here, a meeting that Sam Cordes had called relating to a USDA project we were working on social capital. And on the way, we decided to form IBES. I said, we were both sort of frustrated with the fact that there was a lack of consideration of institutional questions and behavioral questions in the AAEA, and we wanted to bring these to the table. So we decided during that trip to form this group, try to form this group, and we invited Sam Cordes to join us. Ultimately, we asked Fred Heitsusen and George McDowell, Fred at Ohio State and George McDowell at Virginia Tech, and 5 of us politicked the board, and it wasn't an easy process. It was not widely accepted. Institutional economics had never played well with the majority of the leadership in AAEA, and then behavioral economics was still pretty new and to ag economists at that time, and that didn't play very well either. So it was a hard sell. But we did get it started, and it was really a joint effort by the 5 of us initially, and then many people, several people since then, including the current leadership. So appreciate the efforts of everyone that's worked hard on this. And thirdly, somewhat ironically, I've been working on this empathy construct for over 2 decades. I didn't used to frame it that way, but that's the way we now think of it, frame it. The most recent paper we published in Land Economics just came out now in the August issue, Empathy, Conditioned Conservation. It sort of captures where we're at on this construct. And somewhat interestingly, I think it was the lack of empathy by the leadership, the AAEA leadership, that really drove the formation of IBES, the unwillingness of the majority of the leadership to walk in our shoes, to walk in the shoes of young professionals. That's even more important to us. It wasn't even more important to us. The willingness to walk in the shoes of young professionals who wanted to work in new areas of ag econ. And so there was no way for them to get to the meetings, so they could get their papers on the table. So that was a major driver in the formation of IBES. And like I said, it was the unwillingness or maybe inability to walk in the shoes of others, and then perhaps more importantly, it was the lack of sympathy, the lack of an unwillingness to join in sympathy with the shared cause of bringing institutional economic constructs to the meetings and to the table, into the conversation, and also into the shared cause of bringing the new behavioral economics into the arena. And I see those as very complementary. Behavioral economics in some ways is the empirical branch of institutional economics. I really would encourage any of you there at the meeting or others that might see this video to join in this effort to bring the empathy construct into economics. I really think it's the key construct that's been missing, and actually it was there very early on. Adam Smith's other book, The Theory of Moral Sentiments, is really all about empathy. The word empathy didn't exist until the early 1900s. If Smith would have had the word, he would have used it. So I'd encourage you to join us, join in that quest to bring the empathy construct in to the framework. And once again, wish I was there. Thank you very much for the award, and like I said, it really is a shared award, and please join me in bringing the empathy idea forward.